order to let my dog know exactly where I want him to be, I'm going to use a target mat. You could use a mat or a rug, or an obvious change in your flooring. If it goes from carpet to tile, you could teach him to stay back on the carpet. So I'm going to put my target mat down. Far enough away from the door where I can easily open the door as I'm training. All right, so first we're going to make sure our dog can stay on the mat before we worry about opening the door. I'm just going to take a step away. Yes. Come forward and treat. So I'm marking yes when I'm away and bringing the treat back to him. If he does well on that, I'll take 2 steps away, come back and treat. So that's 2 steps. Yes. Come back and treat. Each time he's successful, I'll add another step. Yes. Return and treat. Yes. Return and treat until I can get all the way to the door. If he breaks position, then I'm not going to say no or or anything like that. I'm going to bring him back to where he was supposed to be. And I'm going to start over again at 1 step. Yes. Come forward and treat. And then 2 steps. Yes. And 3. Yes. Making each step more difficult only every time he succeeds. Yes. And returning to 1 step every time he fails. If you want to teach the word stay, you want to use it only 1 time and not repeat it. So the very first time you put your dog in position on the mat, you can say stay. You give the hand signal once if you'd like, and then begin backing away. Yes, and treat. Yes, and treat. But you're not going to keep repeating the word stay. I don't want you to be going stay, 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 because that's not realistic if you actually have to let people in, get a package from the door, talk to somebody at the door, etc. It's okay to put the responsibility on your dog to maintain the position without you having to constantly repeat the cue. I'm going to back up to the door and touch the doorknob. Yes, and come back and treat. Yes. Some dogs are going to get up when you do this because the doorknob gets them very excited. So just bring them back to the mat and start over again each time until they're staying. Yes. Yes. Once you can jiggle the doorknob and your dog stays, you can crack the door, unlock the door. Yes. Return and treat. If they got up when you cracked the door, then start over again at just backing up. Then touching the doorknob. Yes. Then cracking the door again. Yes. Good. Yes. Yes. I'm going to yes the moment I crack the door, close the door, and then come back and treat. I don't want to leave an open door where my dog could run out as I'm trying to treat him. So I'm going to crack the door, yes, close the door, come back and treat. Each time I'm successful and he doesn't move, I'll crack the door just a little bit more. Yes, close the door, walk back and treat. Yes. Very good. Yes. Now I'm not holding the door open for any amount of time right in here. I'm immediately yesing and then closing the door again. We'll work on duration a little bit later. Yes. Treat. Now every time I yes and I mark behavior, I owe my dog a treat even if he got up. But I'm going to give him that treat back where he's supposed to be. So if I yes and my dog got up, then I'm going to close the door and we're going to go eat that treat where we were supposed to be. And then we're going to start over again at a little bit of an easier level. Very good. So just keep working on this until you can get the door all the way open. Yes. Return to your dog and treat. Very good boy. Now at the end of an exercise, you need to release your dog. You need to let him know when he can get up. As he's holding this position, no matter what's going on, till he hears a release word. Jake's is free, so I'm going to say free, and then toss a treat, and that's how I'm going to end each exercise. Good boy. When training door manners, have a leash or a long line on your dog as you begin opening the door. You can stand on the line as you're working. Keep your training sessions short. About 5 minutes once or twice a day keeps your dog motivated and prevents frustration. Stay positive and have fun training.